This Thursday, the USA is celebrating Thanksgiving, and one of the holiday traditions is to say what we're thankful for. We want to express our gratitude with a little twist, so I ask everyone on Team Happy to share what made them happy this year, and we'll share it with you today. Before we get into it, we want to hear from you. We're doing a special New Year episode, and we want to hear your New Year solutions that will make you happy in 2017. So please send us a voice message with your name, where you're from, and what will make you happy in 2017 to hello@thehappypodcast.com. Welcome to This Makes Me Happy, a podcast about people and what makes them happy. I'm your host, Bernardo Margulis. I'm a designer, art director, and educator, and I'm the principal of This Makes Me Happy, a design studio where I help my clients with branding and visual communications. I'm very happy to present This Makes Me Happy, the podcast, where each week I chat with a different person about what makes them happy. My guests come from all walks of life, and each of them shares their own personal happy stories. Join us every week for a unique conversation. Let's hear from Rosie, This Makes Me Happy's Business Development Coordinator, on what made her happy this year. I'm very happy that Rosie joined Team Happy this year and has helped me develop the business and the podcast, and has written the wonderful show notes and weekly newsletter you've enjoyed so far. She's a great friend and a fun person to share time with.
My name is Rocio Castañeda. Most people know me as Rosie, and I am on the team at This Makes Me Happy. 2016 has definitely been a super monumental year for me. Lots of huge changes, lots of different things, and lots to be grateful and happy for. If I could sum it up into one major thing that has made me happy and that I am grateful for, it definitely has to be the concept of getting to know and understand the difference between happiness and positivity. By nature, I'm an incredibly cheerful person, and I have the tendency to always want to make everyone else around me incredibly happy. I think through the influence of working with This Makes Me Happy, the podcast specifically, getting the chance to be inspired by so many stories of people and what makes them happy, I really began to learn pretty much mid-year that the most important thing in life is really to do what makes us happy. So I started meditating, I started going to therapy, and I really started a lot of self-reflection on not basing my happiness on making others happy, but truly looking within to try to understand the things that make me happy and how I can use them to improve my life. And my God, the outcome has been so incredible. I've been able to rediscover a passion for music, which is my first love. I'm a musician by trade, and I'm currently on the journey of understanding what I want to do with that and how it is that I want to bring that to life in my own life. And then I also discovered a new career in business development, which I love, and it's fun, and there's problem solving, and there's working with great people and networking. And it's been truly such an awesome opportunity and experience for me, the social butterfly. Through that, I've met so many great people. I've encountered and made relationships with so many great new friends. And because I've had the opportunity to discover and or rediscover some passions, it's also helped in my personal life and truly having a more balanced, more wonderful relationships with people that I've known for years. 2016 couldn't have been more of a journey, and I'm super grateful for all that it has brought.
Now, Jason shares what made him happy this year. I'm very happy for Jason's wonderful job editing all of our episodes, and on a personal level, I'm happy to have his love and support. This year, he was very instrumental in making this podcast possible, and he has encouraged me to work harder and takes care of me when I'm working long hours and I'm too tired to even feed myself.
I think there are lots of things to be grateful for and happy for in 2016. One of those things is opportunity. 2016 felt like there was a lot of opportunity. One of which was the opportunity to work on this podcast, which has really been exciting and enlightening and inspiring. The other opportunity for me was the opportunity for a new beginning and to challenge myself and to learn. I was given the opportunity to do a little bit of traveling and get to meet new people. And that is always exciting. It's always fun to put yourself in a completely new situation and understand how you're going to deal with it, how you're going to handle it, what are you going to take out of that situation. And I'm always grateful for any opportunity where you can learn and you can grow. One thing that I did this year during Lent is I decided to give up social media. And I was curious to see what type of an effect that would have, because I found that a lot of my free time was spent looking at my phone, checking Facebook, looking at Instagram, reading Twitter. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give myself a little bit more time. I'm going to cut out those distractions which aren't necessary and don't necessarily have to be an integral part of my day, and see what that brought me. And what that brought me was time. I think, too, that we've all gotten used to being able to react to everything so quickly without taking time to think or format a proper response. And oftentimes it has to do with ourselves. Sometimes we make snap decisions or snap judgments, or we don't necessarily afford ourselves the time to stop and think. And if you don't necessarily have the answer right away, then that means that you need more time to think about it. You don't necessarily have to give yourself a timeline. And if you don't have an answer in 3 minutes, then give it 5 minutes. If you don't have an answer in 5 minutes, give it a day. But trust that ultimately the best outcome for you will happen. And you can really only give yourself that clarity with time. And I'm also happy for the time I was able to spend with family and with friends, and really celebrating silly times, laughing, just impromptu dinners at home, just really enjoying those times when everything else stops and you're just enjoying the company of the people that you love and the people that are around you. So there you have it. So those are some of the things that brought me some of the most happiness in 2016.
Next, we hear from Orly. Not only is she my baby sister, but she also helps by sharing her social media savvy and by making various connections that translated into wonderful podcast conversations. I'm very happy to have Orly in Philly, even though she's currently in Israel for a few months, and to share so many wonderful moments with her.
Hi, my name is Orly Margulis, and I'm Bernardo's little sister. I'm really, really happy to be part of this Thanksgiving special. This year, many things made me happy, from MacMart opening to traveling to Israel for 5 months. But I've got to say, the people I met is the thing that made me the happiest. I met some people that I talk to every single day. I met some people that I don't even talk at all anymore. But from each person, I learned something new. I have new experiences and created a lot of memories, and I'm so happy for all of that.
And that leaves me. This year, I'm very happy for all the love and support from my family, Jason, and friends. It's been a tough year growing my business, launching the podcast, teaching, and volunteering for AIJ Philadelphia, and knowing to have all those wonderful people behind me has made it that much better. I'm happy to have launched this podcast. I have learned a lot on the technical side, how to conduct better interviews, how to manage a project with so many movable parts and people, how to share information in media. On the personal side, I've met many wonderful people and had such wonderful conversations. When I first started this project, I was hoping to share stories and make great connections, but I never expected to get the powerful feedback I've received. Listeners have shared how inspired they are by these conversations, and my podcast guests have told me how much they enjoyed the conversation and how talking about what makes them happy has made a positive impact on them. I'm also very happy that my design business has grown to a point where I am starting to need help. Each year I've been in business, I've grown relative to the previous year, but this year the growth has taken me to the next level. And I'm very happy to have a wonderful life and can't wait to see what happens next. Thanks everyone for listening, and I hope that those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving have a wonderful holiday. Regardless of your observance, I encourage you to think of all the things that made you happy this year. And as you start to plan your New Year's resolutions, please think of those that will make you happy. As a matter of fact, we want to hear about them. If you would like to be a part of our New Year special, please send a voice note to hello@thehappypodcast.com telling us your name, where you're from, and what will make you happy in 2017. As always, You can find us online at thehappypodcast.com and on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The Happy Podcast. Our latest episodes are on YouTube at youtube.com/thehappypodcast. And if you like this podcast, please find us on iTunes, sign up for weekly updates on your device, and leave a 5-star review so others can find us. Have a wonderful week and a very happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.